Welcome. Today we will be talking about a question that many people have asked. Can we be rich and fair? This morning we will be concluding an answer with the help of the subjective opinions from the public. Let's start. We are here on the streets of Tarragona to listen to the opinions of the inhabitants.
So, for me, justice is equality. I don't mean equality in money, but equality in human rights. Healthcare and food should not be too expensive. It should not be a desire for people with less money. And, of course, as long as the richest people also give money to people who need it, instead of everyone being ignored for not fundamental desires. And, of course, it uses energy in a sustainable way.
So, with the goals you have specified here, how would you say we can be rich and fair?
Well, it's simpler than some people say it is. To be rich and fair, you just have to be respectful of the rest of humanity, so to speak. If you are in a position of power to control inflation, do something to combat it. If you are simply not at that level, donate to people who really need your money. Like Som Mobilitat, a Catalan cooperative that offers sustainable mobility service, mainly car sharing with electric vehicles. But the most important thing is what makes it special. It encourages the use of shared electric cars, which will translate into fewer private cars and, therefore, less pollution, both environmental and noise.
It is also important to note that this system is cheaper than maintaining your own car, and the money that is spent stays in the local economy and not in large companies, which the cooperative then reinvests in more services for the community. As you may have heard, this is Bernard's opinion, but is this really being done, and to what extent? Attention transferred to Lisa for some answer. Thank you, Lucia. Annually, inflation is rising more and more each year that passes, and it rises by approximately 2 or 3%. Although attempts are being made to solve it, there does not seem to be a direct or simple solution. Normally, people with a lot of money give about 1 or 5% of their total money per year, with some reaching 10%, but not much more. Now, let's continue with the interviews. Now, we are here with someone new, Mañé. Mañé, what do you think about justice, and what does it mean to you?
Justice, for me, is what we use and spend with respect to the environment itself. Especially if we talk about rich people, the energy that is used and the money or resources that are spent on needs or desires is how fair the person is, depending on how much a certain person or family spends.
So, for you, how can we be rich and fair?
Simply, you just have to be respectful, spend energy that helps the earth, and do what you can with what you have to have the space where you live. Not wasting and recycling, having the well-being of future humanity as a high priority. Spending energy that does not harm the planet and using the most positive option for the climate, even if it is more expensive. That is being rich and fair for me. For example, energy-efficient social housing is an important project in Catalonia that aims to build thousands of social homes, integrating energy saving and sustainability criteria from the design. These buildings will have good insulation, solar panels, and efficient ventilation, in addition to helping with energy savings, as fewer CO2 emissions will be generated. Similarly, with this project, they aim to increase the supply of affordable housing, which is key in Catalonia, offering help especially to people with economic difficulties, young people and vulnerable families, as efficient homes will have reduced electricity and heating bills.
Thank you very much, Mañé. We could also talk about the Sustainable Agriculture Program, the PAS. This is a program promoted by the Generalitat to help farms become more environmentally, economically, and socially sustainable. And now you may be wondering, but what does it consist of? Well, first of all, farms are evaluated according to criteria such as efficient use of water, sustainable soil management, reduction of pesticides, etc., as well as ensuring the occupational well-being of the people who work on the farm. In addition, farms that meet the criteria receive official recognition and support to continue improving. In this way, it promotes practices to reduce the environmental impact of agriculture with fewer chemicals and emissions and the protection of biodiversity, supports the economic viability of farms so that farmers can live with dignity from their work, and finally, it improves the quality of life in rural areas and strengthens the agricultural community. There is no single annual climate change percentage, because it is a complex phenomenon. However, it can be said that the average temperature of the planet has increased by approximately an average of 0.02%. Carbon dioxide emissions have increased by 11.4% in 20 years. So today we have answered the question, how can we be rich and fair? According to the people on the streets, there are many different ways to be, but we can highlight projects that have already started in Catalonia, such as PAS, as we said before, but also social housing with energy efficiency and, of course, some mobilitat. Well, that would be all. We hope you have an idea of the answer to our question. How can we be rich and fair?